the ones reported on our local and national tabloids. We will focus perhaps on 10 things that everyone is talking about this morning. So at some point we open the phone lines to have your say.
Okay. There are some matters arising. Do you have the list of many things happening in Nigeria?
Yeah, I do. I was able to narrow down 10 things that we may just focus on, but I know we have some local tabloids.
All right, let's start. Let's look at the News Bureau. I think it's a new one.
No, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. Uzodinma tax newly sworn in commissioners on need to avoid corruption. Inaugurates IBC board. Yes, this was dropped yesterday. It was the news making the round, and surprisingly, it's like the Commissioner for Finance stole the show. I don't know why.
Maybe because of her look. She looked, well, some are calling her model. She looks beautiful. Or the accolade that goes with the beautiful women were showered on her.
Yeah, but Owerri is blessed with beautiful women. That's the truth. So, okay, but I'm sure she's good to do the job.
Right.
And surprisingly, she's also the head of the state's economic team or something like that.
Okay.
You know, so, well, we are not ready for local government election. ISEC. Wow.
That's not
too good.
Not good, especially when we are reading that President Muhammadu Buhari ordered the immediate dissolution of caretaker chairman in our local government. So I wonder how Imo State is going to respond to that.
Yeah, it's just to conduct an election and get elected, local government administration in place.
It's not just if the people are not duly sensitized, the political parties are not involved, and then there are court cases.
Yeah, but the political class are gearing up. They've always been ready.
Okay.
Paul, if the state government, for example, announces local government election for probably early or sometime next month, you'll be amazed at the way campaign posters will sprout out from everywhere.
There's something about that.
I'm very... they say they do some underground networking politically.
Okay.
You'll be amazed at what will happen.
What about the people that will come out to vote?
That's where there might be a problem.
That's even where the main issue is. The political parties could be ready, but if the people are not duly sensitized, they don't know the candidates to vote for, then what election are you organizing?
Okay. Uche Ekwunikwe joins Anambra governorship race. Yes, we know she was going to do that. DG Imo APC Media Center loses mother. And there's an interesting question here on the front page of the News Bureau. It says, is Owerri new Sodom and Gomorrah? I wonder why that question is coming up now.
Well, we might have to grab a copy.
Yeah, you might need to grab a copy and take a look at that story.
To find out why they're asking that question. Okay, I think that will be the only local tabloid we'll look at. There's so many national issues begging for our attention. Let's quickly look at the fact that yesterday Bola Tinubu was trending.
Yes.
And the presidency had to issue a statement insisting that there is no rift between President Muhammadu Buhari and the former Lagos State Governor Bola Tinubu. And all of this was as a result of his donation to Katsina people who had their wares burnt in a fire. 50 million naira Bola Tinubu donated, and the Nigerians started talking.
Yes, well, his is even understandable, 50 million compared to what the governor of Rivers State, Yemisi Wike, gave to Sokoto people when fire gutted the markets right there in Sokoto. But be it as it may, looking at the presidency, the relationship between Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, and the national leader of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not as it used to be. You see, let's forget the rhetorics that is coming from the presidency, or is it Garba Shehu? The relationship is not as it used to. I don't forget that Bola was almost going to be ridiculed with the CCB case coming up again, if not for the fact that his file disappeared. I don't know how that happened, but you understand. And there are some political elements here and there that are looking at ways to whittle down the powers or the perceived influence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah.
So let's see how it plays out. The presidency have said theirs. It's not, but for those of us that watch keenly, you will agree with me that the relationship is not as it used to.
Yeah. Well, I think the part people are really reacting to on social media. If you permit me, I'll just take some comments here. At Sodiq Tade on Twitter says, Tinubu did not donate a kobo after SASA crisis. He didn't donate when Akeson happened. He was mute during the Abule Ado, but quick to rush down to Katsina to drop 50 million naira. We can't dictate how he intends to spend his money, but the posturing is too obvious, trying to satisfy a particular region. And the tweet underneath followed the same line. Godzilla saying Tinubu was chancellor during Lautech intense strike and a crowd fund was called. Makinde put down 5 million, Tinubu put nothing. Abulado people have been displaced for a year now, nothing from Tinubu, but he went ahead to donate 50 million to Katsina traders. So that's why I said, yeah, people had to start. Okay, you are making moves towards 2023 presidency
to mend fences.
Are you just playing to the gallery? Are you really concerned about the people that you want to govern?
Paul, you see, when some political scholars tell you that the North have the master key when it comes to politics, these are the kind of things that play out. You understand?
Yeah.
I recall that during Wike's donation, Rivers people were saying there were crises in Obiakpo. Is it Obibo?
Yeah.
People were named, houses destroyed, and all of that. You didn't do anything there. But fire gutted a market
in Sokoto,
and you went there to drop 500 million. You understand? It's the same thing playing out here. In fact, what the second person wrote, that he is the chancellor of Lautech, and when there was a crowd fund calling, Tinubu did not even donate a dime. And it's not as if he doesn't have the money. I mean, Tinubu owns more than half of Lagos, as being claimed by some people. You know, he has his hand in some of the juicy pies in Lagos State. So, I mean,
okay, well, that's one issue you may want to respond to. All right, another issue is insecurity, which continues to plague us. Yesterday, we learned that unknown gunmen abducted 4 residents of Kiyi town in Kuje area in Abuja, those of you who are familiar. Yes. The abductors decided to call the family members of those they've abducted to demand 200 million naira, 50 million naira each from each family, from the family of the abducted.
I mean, you know, before now, when you hear kidnappings, you hear terrorists. Well, okay, terrorist attack, 1 or 2, some happened in Abuja, but when you hear kidnappings, as if it's only happening in the far north and probably the south and the southeast. You understand? But it has come to stay. I recall that some few weeks back, a journalist was kidnapped in Kubwa. Kubwa is close to the city center. It's just like maybe Irete and Owerri here. That is the maxim for Kubwa and Abuja city center. You understand? They went there, they kidnapped a journalist. Now Kuje is another, as is like an Avu side of, you know, using the Imo Owerri master plan. Is like, you know, Kuje is like in Avu kind of area, and it's happening, it's getting closer and closer. You understand? And I'm wondering if we continue to play lip service to all of this. I've said it before, it is high time the military are sent into the forest to clear the forest. We need to know those inhabiting our forests.
Well, okay.
You understand? We need to know them.
But these operations are happening on ground in the city center now.
It is believed that these people come from, that they don't really stay within us.
You don't think they live within us?
That's
I don't think they lodge in hotels and carry out their operations from neighborhood.
But when they now kidnap, where do they take them to? Because I know the government has, and some governors have enacted laws where if your building is used as a hideout for kidnapped victims, it is pulled down. You understand? So nobody wants to indulge in such businesses any longer. So most times, I think they take them into the forest.
Okay. Ogun State government decided to beef up security around public schools. It's a fallout of the, several cases of insecurity, and Ogun State government is not going to be used as an example or a statistic for a state where the students were kidnapped, marched into the bushes, and ransom demanded, and has ordered that every public school should have security personnel. Is this something that every state should adopt? Is this something that
what manner of security personnel are we looking at? Is it the police? Is it the NSCDC? Is it one or two? Are we looking at a battalion?
They have their security outfits, state security outfits. They still have a Amotekun, so the Ogun State government, I'm sure, has options to pick from.
Yeah, but it's something it's something worth trying. Recall that when the former is it the British Prime Minister who came into the country, where they made a donation to fence one of the schools in the north, he said the rate at which insecurity is going, there is need for all schools to be properly fenced and manned. You understand? But we've played lip service with all of that. They dropped a donation for a pilot project that we can now emulate in some other. But if you go around most schools these days, they're not really fenced. Only probably the gates area, you just see a long stretch of fence, and that's all. By the sides is bushes and all of that. People can stray in and stray out.
Yeah, last year I visited at least 20 public schools here in Imo State. I can tell you for a fact, not one was gated. Many of them not fenced at all. You can just walk in and walk out of the school premises.
That means people can just stroll in from. In fact, people can stroll in from any part of the the surroundings into the school.
Yeah, and harass teachers, harass students, and get away with it. So it's serious concern.
I think it's something. You see, Paul. I think right now the Nigerian Governors Forum need to sit down and critically look at issues. It is gone beyond making political statements. You understand? They should do things that are practical.
I agree with you.
It's not about buying state-of-the-art vehicles and you say you're beefing up security, or you need to put things on ground. If needs be, you need to get even plainclothes security personnel into the system so as to unearth information before they happen. Insecurity is not child's play.
It's not, and much of the discussion nowadays, if you've not noticed, it's about security.
Yes.
Another matter that we might just throw in, since we're on the subject of security, is the Northern Elders Forum that has, come hard on President Muhammadu Buhari. They are concerned about the warning that the nation's ship is sinking. They have blamed President Muhammadu Buhari for the way he has handled the security. Matter of fact, the spokesman practically said that President Muhammadu Buhari should wake up from his slumber. He used that word, wake up from his slumber, and address concerns.
If you ask me, Paul, that is even being mild. Waking up from his slumber, it's mild. The last time we were on this same platform where was it the caller was saying that our president doesn't know anything that is happening, and that's what he says. I am not aware. I don't know. They did not take my.
You said he read newspapers, so he must be aware.
Yeah, but he reads newspapers. We've seen pictures of him.
Yeah, pictures. You say.
Yes.
You don't know if it's for photo ops or if he was actually reading it.
Will he be just? I mean, he's not a model.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're saying he's a modeling for the newspaper or modeling for either where he's sitting or the furniture or something. But he reads, you see him with papers, right? And there's a whole pile of papers. If you go to the budget, there's a budget meant for purchase of newspapers. Yeah,
so he cannot claim not to know.
No, not to know.
Okay.
So it's beyond waking up from his slumber.
Okay.
All right. If they have something harsher or deeper, I think that's what they should say.
Okay, here in Imo State, the major news talking point is the swearing in of the commissioners, 4 new commissioners. I was asking yesterday if it's to join the ones we already have, or are they excusing some and replacing with these ones? No one has been able to give me that answer.
No, but from my findings, some ministries were broken into 2.
Okay.
There was reshuffling of sorts of some ministers, and I think they said Ministry of Arts, Culture and Tourism was broken into 2. Petroleum and is it petroleum and natural gas or something was also broken into 2. Then I know some commissioners were moved from their former table to some other table.
Yeah. So is this when we ask about how well the commissioners have performed, or we should
have they really performed?
Yeah,
apart from 1 or 2 that are out there. If you ask me, most of them have been maybe they've also been sleeping. They've been sleeping.
You need to wake up from slumber too.
Yes.
Okay.
Apart from 1, just about if you look at the number of commissioners vis-a-vis those that are visible doing something, or those that the public have been able to, interface with. They will, for me, maybe not, they might have more than 4 or 5. Even some that are supposed to have really woken up and taken the chance thrown at them to project what the administration can do, fell short by the side.
Well, now that we have a new commissioner heading the Ministry of Health,
health,
which I'm particularly concerned about.
Yes.
Hopefully he won't be media shy. He will want to talk to us about policies in place.
You recall that the former commissioner there wasn't really media friendly.
Yeah.
You understand? Even in the thick of COVID-19 last year, we hardly saw her presence. And when I heard there were 4 new commissioners coming on board, and I heard the names of 2 doctors, I was one of those that said, I know the Ministry of Health will be getting one of the doctors. I didn't bother to find out if it's a medical doctor or a scholarly doctor. All right.
Let's take some commercials at this point. We'll return after this. Stay tuned.
107.3 Darling FM.
The People's Radio.
107.3 Darling FM.
The People's Radio.
Moments can be ordinary. It's what we make of them that really matter. Make the best of every moment, every day, like Superman's do. Moments so sweet in the moments so sweet in the Mama has just died from an illness, and her family has also spent all their savings on her hospital bills. But what if I told you that Mama could have been alive today and her family savings intact? By registering yourself, your family, and your community under the Imo State Health Insurance Scheme, you are several steps away from sickness and poverty. For this reason, the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, has re-energized the Imo State Health Insurance Agency, IMSHA.
IMSHA, in partnership with the Imo State Primary Healthcare Development Agencies, enrolling children under 5, pregnant women, the elderly 65 and above, and people with disabilities under the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. So if you fall into any of these categories, it means your basic healthcare needs will be covered for free once you enroll. Keep an eye out for the IMSHA team at your various wards. From the Office of the Executive Secretary, Imo State Health Insurance Agency, Dr. John Onwako.
IMSHA, for accessible, affordable, and quality healthcare.
Charles! Yes, Mama! Go bring 2 sachets of Hyper Beach Corn. Because I go use one take so the rice. They go use the other one take it all the yamayama jams. But I don't see any yamayama jams for here, ma. They small well, but they do there. And now why I trust only Hyper Bleach to take it all of them, pata.
Make all your white cloths they continue to be white and they kill all the virus and the yamayama jams. What will cause sickness for your house with the disinfecting power of Hyper Bleach?
Wow! It's here!
What's that?
What's here, Mom? The new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer.
Tell me about it, Mom.
The new Maxi
Maxi 20 hand sanitizer is carefully produced to help us fight germs and provide the right protection for every family.
Introducing the new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer to help you fight germs every day.
Mom, now I can clean up germs that touch my hand and be fine, right?
Yes, son, you can, because Maxi 20 will keep you protected.
Yippee!
Maxi 20, war on germs. Another quality product from Intercontinental Distillers Limited.
Italians got cheap coated roof tiles. Easy to install, durable tiles with quality. Resistant to earthquake, necessity heat and cold.
Wow, it's trending! Luxury Building and Accessories Limited has brought to you Italian Stock Chip Coated Roof Tile. Italian Stock Chip Coated Roof Tile. It comes in two types: Galaxy Roof Tiles and Luxury Roof Tiles by Peru, with interesting qualities like lightweight, easy to install, economically priced, fireproof, non-cracking, non-tearing, non-calling, resistant to earthquakes, typhoons, excessive heat and cold. Less labor. Structure of the steel roof tiles is superb. We have shingle, bond, classic, shake, Roman, Milano, Pisa, slate, etc. With 15 years warranty, the color does not change. What are you waiting for? Go for tiles that can last for you. Durable with quality. Italian Stone Chip Coated Roof Tiles. Call us on 070-40-333-333.
Italian stone chip coated roof tile is my choice.
Italian Stone Chip Coated Roof Tiles. Built with quality.
Dr. Holland's advanced formula gets 21 bioactive nutrients wey go make your body strong. E get hemoglobin wey dey use build your blood, Siberian ginseng and B complex for energy and strength, choline for fatty liver and brain function, omega-3 for cardiovascular disease, plus including green tea and lycopene. If you dey pregnant, make you consult your doctor before you use am. Every family need Dr. Holland's ogbonge multivitamins and mineral supplement. E dey for liquid and tablet. Dr. Holland's smells and Nahabaya draw.
Amaka, is that not the one new bestseller that is now the fashion runway?
You see this one they're calling the richest in Africa. He had to borrow money when he started off.
Nina, you remember that Ojuelegba guy that usually sings to whoever cares to listen? Isn't he the one the world is now listening to?
You too can move from your start point to the very height of success when you put your mind to it. Achieving your dreams with sheer determination and the right partner by your side. Of course, it can be. Stanbic IBTC, a member of Standard Bank Group.
Oh my ego now for you. Hello?
See baby, how far now? Sure you go free this Sunday. I want spoil person pikin.
Hey, which Sunday?
This one now.
I know day.
Sunday at time.
Every Sunday, I no go free.
Wetin happen?
You mean say you don't know? New season of Nigerian Idol don land.
Yes, Nigerian Idol don land. Better singing competition with talent wey sabi and plenty drama from the judges. Una go fit watch weekly shows from March 28th and every Sunday for Africa Magic Channel 2 by 7 p.m. sharp. So run, recharge your GoTV subscription on top my GoTV app or USSD *288# to enjoy yourself. Na Techno Mobile and Biggie Drinks bring on this season of Nigerian Idol. GoTV, love it.
It's 26 minutes past 9. If you're just tuning in, this is the People's Voice on 107.3 Darling FM, and we've taken a look at a number of issues that are on the front burner, at least on the many covers of newspapers this morning. If you're following the conversation on our social media, please leave your comment there. On Facebook, we are live, Darling FM Owerri. If you're on Facebook, just search for Darling FM Owerri. Like the page, you see the video streaming, leave your comment, we'll take them. On Twitter and Instagram, the handle is at Darling FM 1073. And you can always watch our programs, repeat broadcasts, if you allow me, on our YouTube. Search for Darling TV. All right, all of our programs, the People's Voice and your favorite programs, the repeat versions are on YouTube. Darling TV, that's where you find us there. Okay, before we open the phone lines to take your calls for those who are itching to react, one major talking point as of this morning, especially with the youths, is the fact that Big Brother Naija is back with another season for this year, the 6th season, I understand.
Yeah, the 6th season, and Paul, I think the last season was 60 million prize money.
Yeah,
I hear it's been increased
to 90 million.
To 90 million.
That's right.
To go into a house, have fun, shake our butts, and entertain people with like rats in a scientific lab.
And come out, become a celebrity.
A celebrity.
And the reason I'm throwing this in as part of the conversation is what this comment says on Twitter at Mo Nice. She says, so Big Brother Naija will return for its 6th edition for 2021 with 90 million naira grand prize. Buhari will be happy right now because about 80% of Nigerian youths will be fighting about Big Brother Naija, and that will be a perfect time for the government to increase petrol, to increase electricity tariff. It don't spoil.
Even if they don't even increase, I like that tweet though. Even if they don't increase, it takes attention from major national issues to everybody discussing Big Brother, who should go, who shouldn't go, who is necking with who is doing this, who is a snitch, who is a betrayal, and all of that.
For another 3 months or so.
Oh guys.
All right, you're welcome. Go ahead and call us 0815-050-1073. That's the number to call to share your thoughts. Keep the volume on your radio down before you call. Hello, good morning. Are you with us? Oh, we lost that call due to bad network. All right.
It's 0815-050-1073. That's the number to call.
That's right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
God bless you, my talented presenter.
Good morning.
God bless you, God the magician. God bless you, Zandas, Okeke Ojiba.
Good morning, Chief Aulo.
God bless you all. Chief Aulo wanted. As usual, God has spread the revolution worldwide. I fire now. Let me say here, where are the governors of Southeast? Where are the governors of Southeast? Can they stop this killing of the people of Southeast in the name of Eastern Security Network? Have you not seen Gumi? I'm asking those who are carrying AK-47. Did the army go there to kill them? Did any person from the army go and see those sitting and romancing with the Gumi killers? Those who have killed so many people in Nigeria, innocent Nigeria. And nobody has sent any army to them. But it's only in Southeast you can see governors saying, probably saying, I brought army to Oho. They go with the government. Now, if the security was saying they will do much more than people, that killing our farmers and raping our wives and killing us. But they will never, they want to enter bush so that the insecurity will not enter here. And that is killing them. And no governor is talking against it. The whole government is fighting. Tell me anyone that is fighting against this type of marginalization, this type of one-sided reason. Enough of this.
Okay.
How can we not fight for our own? If it's the way I'm going to do it, you can see what God is doing in Benue. No governor, you know what they are remarking after all for 2022. It's unfortunate.
All right.
God bless you.
Well, talking about governors of Southeast, I'm reading that Governor Ikpeazu of Abia State is commending soldiers for killing what they've tagged unknown gunmen in Abia State. And, well, this is quite worrisome because, if they are caught with guns, they should be arrested. But for a governor to celebrate the arbitrary killing of persons,
probably
just means
because they have guns.
Yeah, but what if there are no guns? What, because the dead cannot defend themselves?
Well, that's
what if youths were murdered and brandished as whatever. Yeah,
that's true.
So
that's
they-
true.
they
At
didn't-
least we've seen where people are killed and
turn out to be
guns dropped by their side,
Yeah.
saying they're armed robbers and all of that.
Exactly.
So, yes, it's true. It's possible.
So, Chief Awolowo asked where are the governor's houses. I had to respond with that development. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Paul and Zandas. My name of course is Chief Ubad and I'm usually come from.
Good morning.
Well, I do not think that the appointment of new commissioners in the state will make any more difference. You see, because the commissioners have to work in the direction the government is working to. If you look at the state now as it stands, it will look as if the government is more preoccupied on recovering and the counter recovery of purported state funds. Maybe whether through legal or illegal means, I don't know. So, and I want to believe that even the new commissioners appointed will go the same direction. And at the end of the day, human lives will be denied of the more deserved democratic dividend, which is rather unfortunate. So I want the government to change her style.
Okay.
Hello.
So that human lives are provided with the democratic dividend. Let them think more of providing the people with the security they deserve. Let them think more of maybe engaging the government, collaborating the other governors of the southeastern states to form a complementary security outfit that will eventually do the good. As was noticed during the Roger and the Culture Administration, when such complementary security outfits actually helped us in stemming the tide of kidnapping and robbery causes, particularly in the Ohio area. So when what we're looking for now, not maybe appointing or the appointing commissioner that at the end of the day do us no good. Thank you very much and God bless you.
All right. Thank you. First comment on the appointment of commissioners, and Chief Jude is not impressed.
He's saying the government is wasting time on things, sundry issues, instead of giving the people, concentrating on dividends.
Yeah,
of
but
democracy.
how do you get the dividend if you don't have the right men on the saddle? And if the governor feels some people have not performed and needs to be moved to other ministries so that fresh hands can come in, it's all part of the governance.
Yes. Well, on our live Facebook page, Solomon Kalu says he's watching from Abuja this time, and he says, please, Imo State government should look into our roads. Imo roads are in total decay compared to Abuja roads.
Well,
you know,
maybe because you are in Abuja, Solomon Kalu. Some roads in Imo Owerri are wearing face.
New look
right
at least
now.
compared to what we used to refer to as China roads way back.
Yeah,
you know. So
I mean, my drive through World Bank, I felt really good.
Yeah, you know, but it stops at Umuguma roundabout.
Yeah,
you know. I wish it could extend into
your house.
Yes, or even beyond my house to Umuguma itself. All right, Gloria Yechi Okorozo says, good morning, Darling FM, with love. Humble praise, good morning, Darling FM, watching you live from World Bank, New Owerri.
Good.
Well, you could drop your comments on some of the topics being touched this morning.
That's right. And if you don't have anything to say, you can just watch us do our thing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Zandas, Okeke.
Good morning.
For the position.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm on preparing for the radio general, calling from what to go with the Hajj local government, the rest of the voice of the Hajj general. Thank you very much. Yes. I want to begin to say that our road from Abu Junction, that about is like this now because we don't have local government administration working. Because if they are working, Hajj has the larger or let's say the highest revenue and education from Abuja, and yet our road is too bad. If we have that better education, we have local government chairman. I'm telling you that he is going to utilize that money to at least do a type of temporary measure on our road. I know that the road is federal government road, and if he takes to do that, we shall march to the office and meet him there, ask him to do the work he's supposed to do. But right now, everything that costs the local government goes to the government. And then from there, the little they want to do, they don't want to do crime. People like us for about 3 years plus have been spending money every if they say they calling government to help us on this very road, to help our agenda, that's not just what we are dying. We are poor. That's why our points are carrying cutlass. Let them give us local government. If they give it to us, and the local government going to do something, the job. He is our son. We are going to meet him even in trying to say the needful. Thank you. I thought the name of people.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the issue of local government chairman, it's a good call, really. I want more calls, more conversations about the need for us to have duly elected local government chairman. I don't know if this President Muhammadu Buhari's directive that caretaker chairman should be dissolved will show or improve.
Yes, of course it should.
And stir up activities to ensure that we have a local government election.
Yes.
Abia State, okay.
If there's a timeline to that directive, if there's a timeline, because the caretaker committee chairman, interim management committee chairman, all those kind of chairman are aberration in our political system.
Yeah,
you understand?
It's against the law.
It's against the law.
And illegal.
And when governors come up with this idea, they give you a 3 to 6 months grace period, and before you know what is happening, they are staying there for over a year.
Yeah.
You understand? And nobody's talking about conducting local government elections, and it's making the local governments, to be moribund, sort of. Things are not happening there.
Maybe the federal government should take a step further by suspending monies meant for local government, suspended forthwith until the elections are conducted, before any states that are having local government elections, local government caretaker chairman from accessing such funds.
Well, I know President Muhammadu Buhari sometime last year directed the National Financial Intelligence Unit to henceforth send local government allocation straight to the local government. But what happened? We saw a situation here in Imo State where the then PDP government under Emeka Ihedioha, in a bid for them not to spend anyhow, decided to give them uniform kind of projects, and that's when we had the situation of 27 stadiums in the 27 local government areas. Then when another tranche of that money came, they said they should, those that didn't have befitting secretariats should go into construction of befitting secretariats, local government secretariats.
I don't think it's because they didn't want the local government chairman to spend the money anyhow. That's another way of controlling the activities of the local government.
Okay. Because before now, you see situations where local government can...
The people should decide what they want
to do with their money.
Yes.
Are we going to construct roads? Do we need new or modern market stores? Are we likely to construct drainages so that our roads can have a longer lifespan and all of that? But what you see presently is the governor will be at the state capital. They will give you the monthly emoluments of local government staff and your own emoluments and probably an impress, and that's all. Local government can't do any other thing. For them to do anything, they must come to the city center to ask permission from the governor.
And now we're reading on the newsbearer, ISEC, saying we are not ready for local government
elections.
Okay.
I wonder why ISEC will say that.
Let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Paul and Zandas.
Good morning.
My name is Herbert and I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, Herbert, go ahead, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Let me continue on the local government thing. People that brought this top tier of government had the reason for it to drive dividends of democracy to the grassroots, to stop rural-urban migration. You have a functional local government that will provide all the necessary needed amenities in their local areas. People will stop this mad rush to urban centers. Imagine where the situation where you have roads in the local government, you have good markets, you have power provided for whatever industrial setup. Why would any person want to run to the major towns? So let them strengthen this local government to fulfill the vision of the people that establish that system. This idea of having interim government or whatever they call it is not the best for us. We don't have democratically elected local government chairmen and councillors and they will run the affairs of the local councils. And where they fail to do what is needed, people that belong to that area can hold them responsible. That is what I think this morning. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
It's one thing to conduct the elections, another thing to allow the people to really decide who will govern them because if you see what played out in Delta State and of course what plays
almost all the states, even in Oyo, virtually anywhere they've conducted local, it's a clean sweep for the party in power in that state.
Okay,
you understand, and that's not really good. It's not really good. Okay, on our Facebook page, well, this guy Sam Lucas, he says good morning, Darling FM. He's calling from J-Town, that's Jos. He says well done, keep the good job going. Then Chimezie Madu, a gracious morning to you there. May I use this medium to accentuate on the issue of insecurity? The security architecture of Imo, even the country at large, is really collapsing. Both state and federal government should be up and doing with the intent of reducing insecurity at the barest minimum, if not alleviating it in its entirety from. All right, and Okara Don Chooks is going to say many poor roads constructions going on in states between Tipa Park and Otamiri. You can't cross there with your car once it rains. The flood is much. Timber Market Naze is the worst. Polyfuto Road is a death trap. All right, I'm sure those saddled with that responsibility should go there. James Uzoma Emmanuel, God will never forgive Ibazu and others who are against this selfless and humanitarian service of Nnamdi Kanu and his boys are doing to protect our land from the Fulani herders who come to our mothers in the farm and destroy who come to rape our mothers in our farms, destroy our markets, our farms. I'll advise Kanu to back off and allow Igbos to suffer. Well, it's not an Igbo Kanu kind of thing. And the last one here, Kenneth Okeke says, good morning, the Doe in the studio. Nothing wrong with appointment of new commissioners. What is wrong is, will they bring the ideas that will work? You know, will they bring the ideas that will work? What will they contribute for the regular payment of monthly salaries and pensions? All right.
Good morning. Good morning, welcome. Your name or where are you calling from?
Good morning, Zandas.
Good morning.
JP Clark, I come from Okeke.
All right, JP Clark, go ahead.
There are a lot of things that are happening in this administration. Cause for serious question is actually the president in charge of affairs in the country. What is that? There are nothing, even before, even during the first time, nothing the president called a kind of press conference as witnessed by some other presidents before him, Batanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, and when president took up some spontaneous questions, and he answered them spontaneously on the spur of the moment. But I have not seen if they have seen requested. I've not seen maybe arriving from an aircraft, maybe when he is running from his overseas. I'm asking questions. I answer them based on somebody who has the knowledge of what's happening in the context at his fingertips. And so that comes to question when he is actually on top of the situation, what is actually alive to his responsibilities. But he's aware of what's happening. I have told you that he's not aware of what's happening, and he's not putting it to you, continue to put it to you that he's not aware. He's going to get this instance again. But when they go to the press conference, and then by asking questions, that I answer them directly as somebody who is aware of what's happening in the context.
Okay.
Anthony is there, you know, and both the local government election is saying he has ordered for the decision of the local government committee. What is the difference between you and Dozen? Even when the election is conducted, it's not the happy by the governors that are there. How can the local government election be conducted? And the party in power claims all the local government and all the governors are talking council report. I think that the local government election. So there's no difference between whether we get or normal local government election.
All right, thank you. No, you have so much to say.
Yeah.
But let's accommodate more reactions, more thoughts, more opinions on issues raised so far.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name? Good morning. All right, Abuja, go ahead.
Yes, I want to congratulate the head of state for saying that local government elections should be conducted throughout the federation.
You mean Mr. President?
Yeah, Mr. President.
All right.
If he can achieve this, we take it as one of those achievements of his. That is that. Then, on the appointment of new commissioners, I was expecting dropping some. Even at my age, I don't even know the next commissioner for health in Imo State. And I know the commissioner for information has been receiving this state enough. Everything the government does is good for him and he promotes that. I thought he was to be dropped too. Then now it's something that does it mean that new ministries are created or they are about to share a ministry? Then when workers and pensioners are not paid, if you go for that now, you see that a lot have not received their pensions and salaries for quite some months or even some years.
All right.
Then they agree to all these things that will consume our money. Now, these are bad. You see, they have stopped making the Yabaro that fully junction. All these things are wonderful. May God save us.
Okay. May God save us. Yeah. So concerning payment of salaries and all of that, of course, Governor Opozodima made some statements. Had to address that matter yesterday. Permits me to share with you part of what he said about payment of salaries.
You must consider your appointment as a call to service. You must prove your mettle by adding value to the system. If I were you, I'll give my very best to the system to justify the confidence reposed on me. Putting in your utmost best presupposes that indolence and laxity must be an alien culture to you. Ago, we had protesters protesting for non-payment of salaries. It will interest you to know that their names were all collected and written down. Out of those names, 99% has been paid and received their salaries. Now, those who are sending you to come and protest because they are beneficiaries of the ghost workers, if you continue to follow them, first of all, we are not doing no work, no pay. If you continue to protest anymore, I will charge you to court.
107.3 Darling FM.
The People's Radio.
107.3 Darling FM.
The People's Radio.
One expert don't land with big ogbonge odds and sharp cash out method. You will like sports. This now your big opportunity to take make better money on top all your bets. Where be big and my Niger people, I beg, make una no sleep on this one. Make you rush now. Go visit our website on onexpert.ng. Don't forget to use the promo code BETNG and you go get 200% bonus on your first deposit. OneXpert, bet will do for everybody.
Make your life better with BBC News Pidgin. To get better for this world, you suppose know wetin dey. Make better tori ginger you from your domot to the whole world. Because when you see every for the world, anything dey possible. Make your life better. Search for BBC News Pidgin.
In accordance with the Nigeria Communications Commission, NCC's mandate to link every phone number to the user's national identification number, NIN, 9 Mobile as your network of choice is making the exercise nice and easy. Simply dial *996#, verify and link your NIN. Better still, you can visit www.9mobile.com.ng/NIN to do the same. Remember, the stitching time saves all the 9 Mobile benefits you've always enjoyed, so hurry now.
Wow! It's here! What's that? What's here, Mom? The new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer. Tell me about it, Mom. The new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer is carefully produced to help us fight germs and provide the right protection for every family.
Introducing the new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer to help you fight germs every day.
Mom, now I can clean up germs that touch my hand and and be fine, right?
Yes, son, you can, because Maxi 20 will keep you protected.
Yippee!
Maxi 20, war on germs. Another quality product from Intercontinental Distillers Limited.
Italian stone chip coated roof tiles. Easy to install, durable tiles with quality. Resistant to open, processing heat and cold.
Wow, it's trending. Luxury Building and Accessories Limited has brought to you Italian stone chip coated roof tiles. Italian stone chip coated roof tiles. It comes in two types: Galaxy roof tiles and luxury roof tiles by Peru, with interesting qualities like lightweight, easy to install, economically priced, fireproof, non-cracking, non-tearing, non-calling, resistant to earthquakes, typhoons, excessive heat and cold, less labor. Structure of the steel roof tiles is superb. We have shingle, bond, classic, shake, Roman, Milano, Visa, slate, etc. With 50 years warranty, the color does not change. What are you waiting for? Go for tiles that can last for you. Durable with quality, Italian stone chip coated roof tiles. Call us on 070-40-333-333.
Italian stone chip coated roof tile is my choice.
Italian stone chip coated roof tiles, built with quality. Football is back, and there are more ways to win on Bet King. With mega odds and the widest market selections ever, you can increase your winnings with an accumulated bonus of up to 225%. Don't have an account? Visit betking.com to sign up now and claim a welcome bonus up to 100,000 naira. Stay safe and keep kicking. Bet King, playground for king.
Moments can be ordinary. It's what we make of them that really matter. Make the best of every moment, every day, like super monster within the moments so within the moments so
Okay, let's get your reaction. Two calls.
Yeah?
Yes, it's all we can afford right now before bringing the news headlines. Good morning.
Yeah, greetings from Amazon.
Greetings.
Okeke Juru Austin.
Okeke Juru Austin is my name.
Welcome.
Alright, go
Paul
ahead.
and Zandas to keep us secure.
We greet you.
Yeah, I welcome the development yesterday, the appointment of new commissioner.
Yeah.
Last time I was with you, I told you to even delayed coming this time. It was long expected, and I congratulate those who are fortunate to be considered as commissioners. But I will reserve my celebration because given that the activities and profile we saw, I did not see anything so spectacular that these guys will bring us there. I think it's the second phase of settlement, unless they will prove us wrong. Unless they will prove us wrong. I wish them all the best as they assume office. But they should also bear in mind that it's a privilege given to them by the governor, and the service is for immorality. While rendering this service, they should please consider the overall interest of the state before their political interest. It is a service to the state, not the service to the governor alone.
Thank you.
So that is my only wish to them, and I believe and I want to pray that they succeed and meet our expectations. On the ISEC campaign, they are not ready for to conduct local government elections. I think the man was not speaking from the view of the government, not because the agency is not ready. Once the resources are there, once the allocations are there, once the logistics are provided, there is nothing stopping the local government election. It's just that the governor is not ready to conduct any local government election now, and that is why the man is just saying what he's saying. So I do understand
Austin.
the body language and the
Austin. Hello, Austin. Is ISEC not supposed to be independent? So why would you be speaking the governor's mind when they are supposed to be independent?
I said all state electoral commissions are not independent. They are appendages of the executive. They act as a department or an agency of the executive. If an electoral commission does not have the right or do not have the courage to fit an election for a state and demand for funding, all these being equal, their funding should come from a first line child. Or do they have an annual budget? They make a budget. If they have a timeline within which they conduct local government elections, all they need to do, and in an election year, the budget of that commission for the election year will accommodate the election that was bid to be that was bid to hold. So in their budget they submit to the State House of Assembly, being appropriated and approved. That is all that is required. But in this case, it's not just about Imo State. In all the states in Nigeria,
thank you, Austin.
The election commission don't have that independence. They are all appendages of the executive.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Dan Ohajunwa says, I wonder why somebody is against the appointment of new commissioners. People should stop finding faults in everything because they don't like Hope Uzodinma. Let's encourage the governor to do better.
Okay.
All right.
Well, can we do 30 seconds for our last caller? Hello, good morning. Good morning. Please turn down the volume on your radio. Oh, so sorry.
You need to turn down the volume on your radio.
I would love to do that, but volume on your radio too loud.
Yes.
All right, let's anchor here. Thought we'll be able to do one more call, but this is the last lap of the People's Voice for this week. Tomorrow morning it will be Politics 107. Stay tuned for the news headlines, which is coming up in a minute. I am Paul the Magician.
And I'm Zandas.